Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is Asteroid City. So about a year ago, I covered most of Wes Anderson's filmography on the channel, and it's really exciting to be jumping into something that's more modern just as it's coming out. It's really cool. I did also have the privilege of being invited down to the Asteroid City exhibition at 180 The Strand in London. They're still going on up until the 30th of July, anyone that lives in the UK. They have a bunch of props and sets and costumes from the movie. It's really interesting. But of course, I went there before seeing the actual movie, so a lot of stuff was out of context, but it did unfortunately, I think, spoil one thing for me, which is Jeff Goldblum's character, the alien. One of my questions going into this was like, is there actually an alien? Would we see an alien? And then I got it spoiled by the exhibition. I don't think that's too big a deal, but maybe that takes away a bit of the magic. I don't know how big a plot that is in the film, that there is this alien in there. And it means I know a little bit more about the plot than I did before. You know, it was pretty much blind, but now I kind of know about those, the asteroid that came down and then like the alien steals it away. Maybe it belonged to the alien anyway, something along those lines. I've heard really good things about this film, so before we jump into it, be sure to check out the Patreon page. Over there you can find early access, you can find polls so you can vote for what's next, and you can find a full-length timer-based version of this where you can sync up your own footage and watch along with me in case there's anything that I cut out from the YouTube edit that you wanted to see reactions to. So yeah, let's just jump right in. WXYZ TV. Okay, yeah, there'll be a lot of fake brands.
Asteroid City does not exist.
Bryan Cranston?
It's an imaginary drama created expressly for this broadcast. The characters are fictional.
I got to see this stage, it was really cool.
Authentic account of the inner workings of a modern theatrical production.
That's very Wes.
Begins, of course, with an
The music reminds me of Grand Budapest.
Join our company as they take the stage for their first read-through rehearsal. Location, the Tarkington Theatre.
So is this whole story a play written by him? Or is it all based on a story he experienced?
The light of the desert sun is neither warm nor cool, but always clean. And above all, unforgiving.
Unforgiven heat, yeah.
War photographer, early 40s. His son Woodrow, 14, also known as Brainiac. Midge Campbell, late...
Okay, yeah, so it is Scarlett Johansson, all of these actors are in like the colour area when it's all shown in colour.
The next day. Act 3, 1 week later.
I've heard some of the music as well. To San Fernando. I'm really interested how the colour holds up because it is so vibrant and saturated. Is it just gonna be overwhelming? Especially the sky, like how blue it is. The blue and yellow is a great colour scheme. There's a model that I saw of this train, like this huge model, probably like 50 foot long. I don't know if this is the model, if there was a real train as well, because they've got like the people on top. Maybe this was all the model, yeah. The warhead. And there's the big sign, okay. And the Roadrunner. Yeah, the little puppet Roadrunner. Sorry, I'll try not to talk too much about, you know, what I saw at the exhibition, but they had a recreation of that restaurant there. And one of these little houses. You wouldn't want to go up there anyway. 5,000 years ago is where the meteorite landed. Okay. I think this whole thing being a play, it really ties into Wes's aesthetic, doesn't it? It fits well. Right by the petrol station. Great idea.
You little princesses want to drink.
Oh, we're not princesses. I'm a vampire. I'm a mum in Egypt who got buried alive and came back alive with his head chopped off.
What was that? Another atom bomb test.
Oh, wow. Oppenheimer out soon, the Barbieheimer double bill. It's going to be a pain waiting for that, you know. Obviously, I'll wait. Won't see them in cinemas. I'll wait. It's going to be an excruciating wait. Don't know whether to do a double boo in one video or not, though. Oh, there's the little Roadrunner again. That's great, yeah, just the tiny little details.
What's that? What's that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. The way it's moving around is like it's got a life of its own. It's not some alien part or something to do with an alien or spaceship.
We're not there. The car exploded. Come get the girls.
The car exploded?
Parts of the car exploded itself.
Oh, I love that. The stereo sound. You're getting Tom Hanks in one ear, Augie in the other.
The time is always wrong.
Is that supposed to be his dad? They do actually have quite a similar look in the side profile like this.
I never loved you.
You always thought I
thought
wasn't
that you-
good enough for her.
Yes, we're saying the same thing.
Thought I wasn't good enough for her. Or is that stepdad maybe? They do look remarkably similar though, actually, when you really look. Okay, a lot more people coming in, expanding out the cast. I was thinking it's pretty barren here. And we know this has got a huge eclectic cast.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank thee kindly for a terrific bus ride. I ate 3 boxes of Cracker Jacks.
You dare me?
Dare you what?
Tweet this hot pepper. It's an experiment.
No, don't do it.
Bug zapper. Unfortunately, a mistake got made and Cabin 7.
Yeah, needs water. The layers are always great in Wes Anderson.
You're probably wondering why we didn't pack your mother's suitcase. After 2 years of struggling and suffering, she succumbed to her illnesses.
Oh, wow. What was he holding? Is he holding her ashes?
You're saying her mother died 3 weeks ago?
3 weeks, that is a long time to wait. Of course, Wes Anderson films, it's always the daddy issues, so I feel like that might come up here between Augie and Woodrow.
Did you know already? Woodrow.
I think so.
He reminds me a bit of Zero from Grand Budapest Woodrow, especially in that line delivery there.
Is she in there?
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, it's just Tupperware.
When my father died, my mother told me, he's in the stars. He's not in the stars, I said. He's in the ground.
Okay, in the stars, is that going to be relevant with the aliens and things?
The other thing she said, which is incorrect. Time heals all wounds. No.
The alien represent his father in some way.
15 minutes is 6,200 hours.
I'm indisposed.
I know, but the ice cream would have melted.
Just the little moments like that, it's so full of charm.
Sweltering, isn't it? Even the daisies and buttercups are drooped in. That window sticks a bit. That window sticks a bit.
Yeah, quite an interesting interaction. It makes sense that this became famous, as Bryan Cranston's character was saying.
Maybe he should say it. It's a very good line.
He's making himself at home, isn't he? Oh, does he come back in character? Yeah.
Obviously, she would have said something to him. I'm certain of it. Your mother, I mean. She would have gotten him to tell us the secrets of the universe, or yelled at him, or made him laugh.
Hey, so the mother knows something more?
Remind me of her more than ever. She wasn't shy. He'll grow out of that.
I like how, because it's set in a play, things can be a bit rougher around the edges, like his beard not looking as real and things like that.
Who knows, Woodrow? Maybe she is in the stars.
What does he... Okay, yeah, perfect, good. I was like, what did he make of that? Yeah, I was thinking what's going on there. Okay. I've weird 2 pairs of trousers on to make himself look bigger because he like stuffed his belly, but then there's nothing underneath.
Sometimes I cover sporting events. My name is Augie Steenbeck.
Oh, okay. Romance between the kids, actually.
The itinerary for this 3-day celebration includes a tour of the newly refurbished observatory with Dr. Hickenlooper and her staff.
Oh, Tilda Swinton.
And finally, the awarding of the annual Hickenlooper Scholarship after Monday's banquet lunch.
And there's Tony, okay.
A wife, a son, a daughter, a poodle. Chapter 3.
Is Tony Ravioli supposed to be his son?
You picked the wrong time to get born. That's the speech.
Yeah, I was waiting for the claps to come in.
To Ricky Cho for his work in the field of aeronautical induction.
There's the backpack, the jetpack.
To Dinah Campbell.
It's fueled by cosmic radiation instead of sunlight.
Oh, the growing plant. Nice, that's cool. It was actually like made out of glass.
To Woodrow Steenbeck.
I mean, they're all crazy scientists. Look how all of these inventions are amazing.
It's a date, maybe.
It's a date?
On the galactic
Maybe.
calendar.
Mary, we think it's a date on the galactic calendar.
We? He's figured something out.
That's right. Incontestable rights to all patents. We own inventions derived from any and every submission with.
Oh, they own the patents to the kids' inventions, of course. Yeah, there's got to be some catch to it.
Why are you sitting there all by yourself? You.
Yeah, join the other geniuses. Oh, is he blushing a bit?
What was she like?
Like this.
Oh, it's Margot Robbie.
You dare me?
Dare you what?
To jump off this bungalow. It's an experiment.
Everything's an experiment for him.
What's your name, understudy?
So he's only actually an understudy, but we always see him playing in the play.
The talented understudy immediately replaced the original Woodrow.
I strongly question whether your daughter's silly putty resembles anything.
Oh, that's great. I've seen all the vending machines. They've got vending machines for everything.
Jagadish Chandrabose. Cleopatra.
They impressed her. That tiny, tiny smirk.
Put out that cigarette, Dwight!
Yes, ma'am, but we didn't give him that.
Didn't you?
Cigarette. He just must have got his own
Dwight!
from the cigarette machine.
Oh. Does she like a bad boy?
I do a nude scene. You want to see it?
Huh? Did I say yes?
You didn't say anything. When you first picked me out of the secretarial pool, I had $111 in my bank account. I lived alone with a cat and a parakeet in a one-room dishwater flat.
So many layers of acting here. Scarlett Johansson playing a character who's playing a character in this play, who's playing, auditioning for this.
I don't know if I like beards, by the way.
Oh. Can I take another picture? Not for publication.
I thought you never asked permission.
Yeah, he got permission this time, actually.
Don't move.
It's still holding that position she was in, though.
Land, you say?
Yes, indeed. The property's just beyond these cottages, in fact.
Out of this here soda pop machine?
Yes, indeed.
How much you got to put in?
It's not a toad swindle. You put in the money, you receive a notarized deed to the land.
How big a spread?
For $10 in quarters, approximately half a tennis court.
Okay, yeah, that's quite a good amount for $10.
Put the potion in it.
Oh,
Skitty, briskity,
burying her, but with some potions and stuff.
spell, Mama comes back alive!
Oh, okay, they're doing a ritual.
Ooh, look at that.
Well, they're celebrating. Oh, that's a great shot. The back of them looking at the fireworks. I love that. Oh, I just love that little musical tune is so great. Oh.
Hmm?
There's not supposed to be a fourth, only 3. Oh, is it the UFO coming in? The green. Did something call the UFO here, or is it just coincidences coming now? It's so magical with the music. Definitely like stop motion or something there. But I know it is Jeff Goldblum inside. I've seen the little figure and then the big costume. Oh yeah, they were talking about if alien life was real. And his like design, it looks like he has little craters on him. He's just a silly little goofy guy. Oh, that's his vision. It almost looks like this is like an exoskeleton or something. And there's something inside. That was the vision out. Yeah, he's like posing for the photo. There's something really magical about that. I'm almost tearing up a little bit. I don't know. Seeing alien life like that, the music to go with it. It's like such a significant part of human history, running into an alien like that.
The aliens stole the asteroid.
Yeah, that's what I knew. The alien stole the asteroid.
Makeup cuts my hair and shaves me. Costumes washes my dungarees. This is where I belong.
Did you do the green?
Oh, seeing it in colour there for a second. Oh, of course, yeah. Military comes in, hearing of an alien. What else would you expect? Couldn't they have all just like kept it a little bit of a secret? No one needed to know. He was just a little guy collecting his things, you know?
Firm said life form is not operating under the guidance of any hostile foreign terrestrial government. I don't think he's working for the Russians or the Red Chinese, but you never know.
Definitely seems like he's not hostile.
Publicly deny all aspects of the event, including its existence, for a period of no less than 100 years to find his 36,000.
100 years, wow.
Obviously, we'll have to formulate a suitable cover story.
How'd you cover that up? What's the excuse?
There you what?
To press that button.
The giant one that says do not press. He loves putting himself at risk, doesn't he, for an experiment?
Your byline accompanies an article criticizing the principal's disciplinary methods. Who were your sources? I was.
Oh, critical of authority. They don't like that.
Some of our information about outer space may no longer be completely accurate, but anyway, there's still only 9 planets in the solar system as far as...
Yeah, where did he come from? Is he a Martian? Is he from somewhere else? Out of the galaxy, out of the Milky Way?
But at this time, let's stick to Neptune, because I haven't had time to prepare any lesson plan on this subject we're talking about.
The aliens.
Just have a roundhouse discussion about the alien.
I reckon that alien don't mean no harm at all. I reckon he just took himself down here to have a look-see at the land and the peoples on it.
I think he was taking back what he owned, the asteroid, the meteorite.
Which way did he go?
Well, I think he went from here to here to here.
Somewhere.
A Swiss scientist named a hypothetical star after her.
Really? What's it called?
Midge Campbell X9 Major.
Midge Campbell's right now. I'm gonna look it up.
That would be interesting if that's where the alien comes from. Oh.
What happened?
I don't know.
Just randomly click buttons, that would always help.
Sometimes I think I feel more at home outside the Earth's atmosphere.
Don't belong.
Me too.
Well, they belong together.
Did it come out?
Why did I think it'd be the photo of her when he got her to pose and not the alien?
You feel different?
I don't feel anything at all.
Me neither.
Don't know what to think of it.
Anyway, as I say, we were just...
Okay, who was that?
What's the cause? What's the meaning? Why do you always have to dare something?
I don't know.
Thrown him into an existential crisis.
Nobody'll notice.
Yeah, he wants the attention.
Existence in the universe.
And the aliens, yeah, brought that along too, the existential crisis.
Dare you what?
Yes, dare you what?
climb that cactus out there?
Oh,
Please
no.
don't.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
There's only her who gets a private shower. Everyone else has this communal one.
You were very good in the one about the tramp in the brothel who
Thank
gets
you.
amnesia and
Thank
becomes
you.
a pediatrician. You were very
It's
authentic.
actually maybe my favorite character I've ever
I don't know why nobody else liked it.
Oh.
Always a backhanded compliment.
Who hit you?
Am I not in this?
Yeah, showed up at the wrong spot.
You took his picture, Dad.
I'm a photographer.
Yeah, does anyone know about the picture actually? Like the government or anything? Will that be confiscated away or can he leak it somehow? And maybe Woodrow will steal it and leak it.
I don't feel right stealing from the telephone company.
Is this a dare of his? Oh, he just had... Okay. He looked right down the barrel too. Oh, he's modified something or other. There we go. What's he done?
All right, Ricky, hold the line.
Some kind of romance between the two of you?
Yeah, Ricky Chow.
Called it out.
Skip, Ricky, we got a scoop.
So it's being published. There's no way of them to get the photo out there to fax it or something.
City were revealed during a special seminar scheduled at the playwright's request.
Conrad Earp, how can we help you?
Oh, Willem Dafoe. There we go. You gotta have all of the Wes Anderson classics in here.
Be inert, then dream.
Okay.
Our cast of characters' already tenuous grasp of reality has further slipped in quarantine, and the group begins to occupy...
Yeah, a week into the quarantine.
The information blockade spearheaded by General Griff Gibson has been, it appears, incomplete.
Things have leaked out, but yeah, everyone's losing it a bit in a week of quarantine. Okay, will we not get any title cards from now? Oh yeah, it's just like Roswell, everyone showing up, heard the rumours. Oh, they did actually get the photo out.
I hope you're aware, you and your accomplices may still face felony prosecution, possibly even a treason charge.
I'll fight it all the way to the Supreme Court if necessary.
From the president. He's furious.
There alien who walked in heaven, thin and skinny, about 6'7".
Oh, she's getting into it too, okay. Oh, I thought they were going in for a kiss there. Not yet. Oh, and then the parents have tuned in.
Self-portrait with shrapnel.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
45.
Okay. She is fine. She's just in character, in role. Okay. I thought it was the quarantine had got to her so long.
My daughter saw us.
What?
Oh, Dinah saw us through this window in your bedroom yesterday.
Oh, okay. So they have been getting together.
But it's too late because I admitted everything.
Did you tell Woodrow?
Yeah, it's a bit weird for your parents to be together and then the kids as well got crushes on each other.
I don't like the way that guy looked at us.
What guy?
The alien.
Well, how did he look
Like
at
we're
us?
doomed.
I think he just looks scared.
Maybe we are.
It's all getting existential.
What did you just do?
I burned my hand on a quickie griddle.
Why?
It's not clear.
Yeah, we heard about that, didn't we, before?
Loss of income.
Maybe we should just walk out right now. I'm not sure they could stop us without killing somebody.
They do have that big old gun, that laser gun.
Death ray.
That may be true.
But my
Step
orders
back.
are easy, fellas. We're not in Guadalcanal anymore.
Okay, everyone, please. It's been a typical quarantine.
I'll stop you right now!
I'm glad Tony actually got a line in.
Who's responsible for stealing my radio telescope, my signal processing receiver, and my entire spectrographical monitoring network?
They're trying to contact the alien.
Oh, okay, yeah, makes sense. I've been in that tent too.
Did you hear anything from him so far?
No.
Yeah, I do wonder if it will return, if we'll see the alien again.
Universal message, not only to Earthlings.
We already thought of everything we could think of. A cross, a star, a four-leaf clover, letters, numbers, hieroglyphics.
How do you make it translatable to an alien as well?
I think I see the dots from space burnt into your eyeballs.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's today again.
Does that mean he's coming back? What now? More of them? Oh, he's returning it. Okay.
It's been inventoried.
Left a message. Then they can translate that, learn the language, project that back on the moon to communicate.
Which I just announced is now cancelled, or at least postponed, due to the unexpected new event, which...
Trying to escape, yeah, on the jetpack. Okay. What's he sending up? Ah, nice.
Why does Augie burn his hand on the quickie griddle? I still don't understand the play.
What?
It's all existential, isn't it?
Where are you going?
I'll be right back.
Oh, breaking the fourth wall a little bit with it.
I play him as an alien, actually. I play him as a metaphor. That's my interpretation.
There he is.
I don't know yet. We don't pin it down.
Am I doing him right? Oh.
And that's even more existential outside of the play.
Do I just keep doing it?
Yes.
Without knowing anything?
Yes.
Isn't there supposed to be some kind of an answer out there?
Sometimes there aren't answers. Is that what it is?
I still don't understand the play.
Doesn't matter. Just keep telling the story.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a while to understand it, to get the message. That's so great, just like stepping out of it all for a second.
I say, I think he's shy. So is Woodrow, but I'm sure he'll grow out of it. I mean, at least I hope he will, without a mother. I'm not coming back, Augie. Then you take a picture of me and start crying. I hope it comes out.
Oh, yeah, the photo. That's so great.
You can't wake up if you don't fall asleep. You can't wake up if you don't fall asleep. You can't wake up.
Oh, here he is again.
You can't wake up if you don't fall asleep. You can't wake up if you don't fall asleep.
Okay, not sure what to make of that.
Good morning, Mr. Steenbeck. Juice preference, please. Apple, orange, or tomato?
Where'd they go? Everybody.
Of course, I understand.
Yeah, everyone's left.
Who was once just a little girl like these three witches in training.
Not real witches. Part witch, part alien.
Part alien now, okay.
General Gibson slipped it to me in line with communal showers. I think he just wanted to get it over with. It's actually a standard-sized track of typical dimensions. The big one's only for show.
Yeah.
Mitch Campbell left you her address.
Oh, okay. Still in contact. Oh, just a P.O. box, though. Okay. Was it a test? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's this guy again. It's all suddenly back to normal. Going so fast. Freight train, freight train. Yeah, it's just the little dancing roadrunner. I've seen the little puppet. It's so cool. Okay, so that was Asteroid City. I really love that. I don't think I understand it fully, but I think that's also the point. We had that line, don't try to understand it, just keep telling the story. And it all seems very existential, of course. With aliens, it brings a lot of existential questions into matter here. But also, you know, that's within the Asteroid City play itself. But then we kind of step out of that, and that was one of my favorite scenes where we step out of that, and Augie's actor, you know, he's talking to the director, he's talking to Adrian Brody, trying to understand it, and then talking to Margot Robbie, and she tries to explain it a bit. That was one of my favorite moments there, along with the alien showing up. Even though I had that spoilt for me, it would have been lovely to see that scene fresh. But even then, I like teared up, and it was just this like moment of magic, experiencing alien life, you know. That's such a crazy concept, such a landmark moment, even though, this is just fictional, but it's such a landmark moment if it were to happen, that it was just almost overwhelming. It was such a great scene, and like the kind of magic and whimsy of it, seeing the alien. I'd seen the design, but the way it moves with Jeff Goldblum inside, it was really great. Yeah, I think the message of don't try to understand it, I think it works because of the existential themes, because there are some things that aren't understandable. There are some things you'll never get answers for in life. So you need to accept that and be able to accept that. I think that's part of the messaging and the theming here. And I'm just thinking, like, kind of the contrast between how that works so well here, whereas something like Tenet, I don't think that worked. There was that line in Tenet, don't try to understand it, just feel it. But there's nothing to feel in Tenet. I don't want to go on a huge tangent about Tenet, but it was just kind of how it worked in this, but it didn't there. And I think also because of that, it's kind of the whole mechanism of the time travel and how that all works there. Nolan, he likes to explain things, and there's a lot of things where they're trying to explain it, but it's also telling you not to understand it, just to feel it, But this, the feeling is on your emotions, and sometimes you can't understand what you're experiencing, but it is affecting you. And I think that's what's happening here with this movie for me. I don't know if I have the answers for what every single thing meant, but it still affected me. I still felt emotions, and I can see how this can be controversial for Wes. I know a lot of people criticize his movies for being just purely stylistic, purely aesthetic, and being quite flat emotionally. I don't agree with that at all. You've seen my videos for his other films. I can see why people would say that about this if they didn't understand it, even though I don't understand it. I understand that I don't understand it in a way. Hopefully that makes sense. The film's telling you that it's okay to not understand everything. And I think the Alien just works with that so well. That outer space, there's so much unexplainable things in space, incomprehensible things. It just fits so well with this. I love how at the end we had Margot Robbie's character comparing the alien to Woodrow, saying they both look shy. And you could almost say it's like the feeling of being a father is almost incomprehensible like that as well. Some things, actions people do, they're incomprehensible. They don't know why they do it themselves. Just like with Oggy, how he didn't tell the kids about the mother. He didn't tell them for like 3 weeks until he did. He didn't really know why he did it. I think there is a reason, he's scared for that. Maybe by saying it out loud, it makes it real, and he's scared of how the kids would react and things. There are reasons, but sometimes you don't know the reasons yourself, and it is incomprehensible like that. So, you can compare that to human emotions and to like fatherhood, of course, Wes Anderson films. A lot of daddy issues, that's one of the big things that always comes up. I think it worked really well, that kind of theming of the unknown and the incomprehensible here. Of course, this has most of Wes Anderson's usual trappings. Amazing art style, the symmetry, the music. The music here I thought was very similar to Grand Budapest. It's just, I'm not sure what that instrument is, but just the dun 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 dun, that worked really well. There's so much like magic and whimsy. That's Wes Anderson in a nutshell, isn't it? Whimsical things. I love the music here, love the aesthetic. I was worried about like just the pure saturation of it. I remember first seeing like a little snippet of the trailer. I thought, wow, that's so like bright and overwhelming. I mean, it makes sense considering the setting, but I thought it could be, maybe seeing it in the cinema, it could be just like too much eye strain on you with so much saturation there. But I do think it worked with this, and you kind of intercut it with the black and white of the outside of the play. That was really cool. And I loved how we got the stuff outside of the play, and that gives us a bit of insight into what's happening inside the play. How Edward Norton's character, he was trying to write that scene with them all asleep. I'm not sure what to make of that. You can only wake up once you've fallen asleep. Or was that the line, or was it you can't wake up unless you've fallen, something like that? And then the alien comes along. It's like, was that a scene that was supposed to be in the play? We could have seen that in color, but they decided to show it there as like the audition. So I'm like, what does that represent? Because it looked almost like the alien was like a Pied Piper leading everyone away. Was that an alternate scene or an alternate ending? And then the actual ending we got was everyone leaving and was released by the president. And then there was like the foreshadowing. We already knew he was going to put his hand on that grill and burn it. And you're thinking of the message there. And of course, Oggie's actor doesn't understand the message, and that's what gets him into this existential crisis a bit. We've had a lot of existential crises in here, didn't we, with Woodrow as well. It feels like the more I'm thinking about the film here in this discussion, the more I'm liking it, and I'm realizing things and liking it even more as I'm discussing it here, which is really great. Of course, at the start I talked about going to the exhibition, seeing a lot of props and sets and costumes. I've probably thrown a few up on screen during the reaction, but maybe I'll throw a few more up that I didn't get to show during the reaction, just to show off what I saw. You know, we had the big Asteroid City sign. I did see there's some things that were only in black and white in the film that I got to see in color because it was during the black and white segments. That's kind of cool. And there's so much more like that's like now in context, and little tricks behind the scenes, like Midge's bathroom is actually a bit of an optical illusion. It's a bit of forced perspective with where the bath is. They had this like model of the bathroom, and you can see how that works. It's quite cool. So many little things you might not know or even notice, which that's the magic of filmmaking, isn't it? Making everything seamless. But of course with this, it's all a play, so they don't have to have everything perfect. You know, it's just like in Grand Budapest Hotel when they get the nosebleed and it's just like a single line of red. It's not realistic at all, but it works with the setting. And like you have like the fake rocks and things in the backgrounds here. You can tell quite obviously that they're fake, but it's supposed to be a play that we're living in, so it works so well, doesn't it? I'm also like just curious, wondering where Wes goes from here. You know, he's done 2 live action now. Will he go back to a stop motion? That would be great. I think Fantastic Mr. Fox is definitely his best stop motion. I would love to see him go stop motion, and then like what different genres he can do, what will be the reason behind it, the message. I'd really love for him to do something food based, because there's so many scenes of like the sushi in Isle of Dogs and all the food and cooking in French Dispatch and in Grand Budapest. I'd love for him to do a story solely focused on like a chef, maybe like father and son opening a restaurant. I think there needs to be some grander plot to it, maybe. But I think that would be cool because his aesthetic works so well with like fine dining as a concept. I think that would look really cool for him to make. You know, we've had a little bit of sci-fi here. We've had some heists before. Maybe something like set far in the past, fantasy-wise, could be cool. I'm not quite sure how that would fit in with him, but you know, he could always stage it like a play. Like here he staged it like a play. There's always these layers to it, isn't it? So you could have something that has like fantasy elements, but it's actually like a smaller part of a film or a smaller part of something connected in a grander story. That could be cool. Really interesting to see where he goes from here and how he develops even more, because you know, everyone thinks, oh, this is peak Wes Anderson. He's perfected his style now. They said that for Grand Budapest. They've said that for Isle of Dogs with the stop motion. They said that with French Dispatch. And here, you know, there's always things he's innovating on. A lot of people say it's samey, and like, yeah, there's the symmetrical aesthetic, but you got to look past that. There's so many more things where he innovates, like with that scene in French Dispatch where he has everyone frozen and all the actors are stood there frozen, and there's like wires holding objects in the space in the scene. You know, he's always innovating and adding more techniques. It's not the same always and always. He's adding things. It is like an incremental progression that he keeps developing on, which is why I think maybe going back to a stop motion now could be cool, seeing what he adds onto that side of things now. But also, you know, the kind of lines between are blurring a bit because you have like the little puppet roadrunner here and the alien maybe at some points with stop motion, definitely when his legs were like coming out of the UFO, you know, that it's blending it together. It's not you don't have to have a film that's 100% stop motion, 100% live action. The special effects kind of blend it in together. You could have a film that's like a mix of the both, or has like vignette storytelling, one moment in stop motion, one moment in live action, one moment 2D animated. We kind of had a little bit of that with French Dispatch, but not a load. That could be cool as well. So I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, consider leaving a like or comment your thoughts on the film down below. And if you really love this, be sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date on all the future reactions. And check out my Wes Anderson playlist where I have reactions to all of his other films. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.